Hey guys, it's Tom from Velocity here. We're back in the showroom with what is one of my favorite vehicles we have in stock right now. That's right, it's an F-100, a street truck, lowered. The thing drives like a go-kart. I love these trucks. I think they're so awesome. They're such a different truck to what we normally build in terms of F-250s. The F-250s are big and four-wheel drive. Of course, these are lowered and two-wheel drive. They're basically like a go-kart. I love them so much. I can't wait to talk you around this one. As always, we're going to start with the paint color, and I'm going to talk a little bit about why there's the two-tone here and what our signature series is versus our street series, because that's always a question people have. Of course, you can read more about that on the website. But our street series comes with two-tone paint. What is our street series? Well, street series are basically the upgraded versions of any of the two-wheel drive vehicles that we do. So the Mustangs, the C10, and of course the F-100, they all have street series. If they're four-wheel drives, they have a heritage series. So that's the upgrade for the four-wheel drive. But for two-wheel drive, street series. And this is a street series. So part of that street series, you get two-tone paint. We've done the middle trim with an upper in Brittany Blue, of course, our most popular Ford color by far. How could we not? Brittany Blue at the top, and then below we've got Wimbledon White. So Wimbledon White is a really, really popular Ford white too. It's an off-white, really, really gorgeous. It's almost like a bone white or a parchment white, but Brittany Blue on the top, Wimbledon white beneath, and with that middle chrome trim just sets this truck apart. Tom, what other things do you get in the street series? What other upgrades have you got? Well, you've got billet everywhere. So billet side light markers, billet side mirrors, billet door handles, loads of billet in the inside, and then you've also got upgraded rims too, which you're going to come onto in a second. But let's walk around the front of the truck first. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the front end of these Fords. They're really, really nice. All of the things that you would typically expect on an F-100 and on a Velocity are going to be here. So LED lights, full LED lights in all of our vehicles. This vehicle is no exception. You've got the full chrome front grille with the light surrounds. You've got Ford lettering on the hood, which is a really, really nice detail. Velocity Flying V. And you'll notice that just where this chrome bumper fits, you've even got Wimbledon white detail there too. Would have been really easy for the guys just to start spraying everything in the same color, but we're so detail oriented. Even when you don't really see it from the front side, this Wimbledon white comes all the way across this front panel. So really, really nice too to contrast against that Brittany Blue. I think that's about everything on the front end, but let's just take a real close look at it. These are good looking trucks. Even with this kind of slightly more classic two-tone color, they do look very aggressive, I have to say. And they drive great too. We're going to come back onto that. But that's the front of the F-100, absolutely stunning vehicle. Coming back around the side then, we've already talked about the two-tone paint, we talked about the middle trim. Let's take a closer look at some of the other details. First thing you're going to notice in all of these Street Series vehicles is an upgraded rim choice or wheel choice. This truck is no exception. So forged line rims, they're a really nice design. They're a super, super premium rim. For anybody who knows forged line, you know that this is a quality product. It's something that is very, very bespoke, very unique to our vehicles. They are gorgeous. They have a really, really nice stance to them. Same in the back. There's a slightly different kind of dish in the rear, of course, with this setup and with this wheel stance. So they do look slightly different. They're slightly larger in the back too, but they've got the same design. They are absolutely stunning forged line rims. If we come a little bit closer, I want to touch on the billet parts that we talked about before. Billet side mirrors, billet door handles. These things feel super, super premium, right? Really, really premium, really heavy duty. They are definitely an upgrade over the OEM. We make them here on our 5-axis machine, and we even machine in little Velocity logo. So the Flying V in the thumb button and Velocity here on the side mirror. So really, really gorgeous upgrade. Before we go inside, let's keep walking around the truck and come all the way to the back, which is equally good looking. And you're going to notice another couple of upgrades here that I want to point out. So before I do, normal stuff on the back of an F-100, of course, you've got a chrome rear bumper. It's a large bumper with the plate holder built in there, a really good looking rear bumper to match the front bumper. You've got chrome trim that comes along the top and the bottom of the tailgate, so that's really gorgeous. And the Ford decal that we put in all of our F-Series trucks has gone in there too. This truck has the black letters with the silver design, but you can also opt for the reverse, so you can do the silver letters with the black design, the black insert here. So this is what we did here. Just because it's a lighter color, we went with a silver kind of insert here to match with the black letters. So really, really gorgeous. Another thing that's absolutely gorgeous is this tailgate handle. Again, because it's a Street Series, it's got all of our billet package, and that is no exception. So billet tailgate handle with your rear view mirror built in, Velocity Flying V etched in there too. Normally when people do rear view mirrors on this type of vehicle, they are going to sit it underneath the license plate or above on the bumper, but here, just so you've got maximum visibility out of that camera, it's built into the tailgate handle. Really, really well done by the guys. Drop the tailgate down and you will see what we've done is match that Brittany Blue paint, but in Raptor. So we've tinted Raptor lining here. It's a really hard wearing bed liner product. It looks absolutely great, feels really great, and is super, super hard wearing. So really difficult to scratch, really difficult to damage. And actually the underside of the entire vehicle is being finished in this material too, as well as some areas in the engine bay. It looks great. Obviously it is still a truck, so you do still want to be able to use the bed, and you can use the bed in this layout. Another option that we have that you can opt to do even on an existing vehicle like this is a full wooden bed liner. It's something that we've just started offering. You can find more information on the website, but we can drop in a full wooden bed liner. So you see, you know, some of those really high-end trucks that we've taken to SEMA before and things like that. Before we were doing custom bed liners when they were in wood, we were only offering them on our custom builds, but now we're actually offering them on our Signature Series and Street Series and Heritage Series too. So if you would like to do the wooden bed liner in this truck, you can. Honestly, my opinion is it looks great with either, right? The wood would look great in here, especially a lighter wood, maybe to match the interior and the Wimbledon white. But also, if you want to leave it Brittany Blue with that Raptor lining, it looks great too, and also super, super durable. So if you're going to use it and put stuff in the back of it, you probably would keep it just with the bed lining there. All right, let's take a look at the inside then, and I'm going to open this door so you can get a proper look in. But the beauty continues from the outside into the interior. Absolutely gorgeous with that tan leather. It's a plaid stitch, which is different to our double diamond. Continues all the way into the door card, and there's some features here in this door card that I want to point out. First is going to be the stitch pattern. Take a look at that. Really, really gorgeous with a slight contrast stitch. The stitch is ever so slightly lighter than the actual material itself. And this plaid material, plaid stitch, sorry, is different to our double diamond. So you've got lots of different levels here and feelings and kind of textures that are all going into this to make it look and feel fantastic. Speaking of things that are fantastic, the billet package continues inside. Because it's a Street Series, it gets all of our billet options, including this armrest that's topped with that leather too. So this is all made in-house on our 5-axis machine, as is the door cup and the internal door handle. It feels, sounds, looks super premium, all this stuff. Finally is your window regulator. It's a Velocity, so it looks like it's an original manual winder, but of course it's not. The key was in it. With a bit of actuation there, it would go up and down. So fully electric, as well as you've got a speaker pod built into the door card too. All of this is custom. None of this is bought online by large manufacturers. It's all made here. It's all only available on Velocity products. So absolutely gorgeous. Let me take a seat inside. And of course, because it's a lowered truck, there's no need for a side step. There is no side step. So it's really easy to get into. Seating position is fantastic. The seat, the bench is incredibly comfortable. Got lumbar support as well. It does have some adjustability, the seat, as well as the steering column. Let's talk about the steering wheel that's in front of me. Absolutely stunning. One of my favorite things on these street and heritage vehicles is the steering wheel. It's a full billet steering wheel by Spark, by our friends at Spark, made only for us. You cannot buy them online. You cannot buy them separately. They only come on Velocity vehicles in this design. And it's stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous, wrapped in the same leather around. You've got an amazing stitch pattern on the insert too. Really, really nice. Such attention to detail. Even the Velocity Flying V right in the middle. More details. Brittany Blues come in onto the steering column. Lots of people would just leave this black. They would just leave it standard. The guys have deconstructed it and painted it to match, as they have behind that, the dash around the dash trim. All of this is finished in the Wimbledon white. So you've got all these different colors going on that are all matching, and everything comes together in this absolutely amazing crescendo of color. Let's talk about behind that then, the instrument cluster. It's a Dakota digital dash. So you've got two screens here that are not on right now because the vehicle's not on, but all of this dashes looks original, but it's actually digital. So two screens here that can give you more information, like the remaining fuel that you've got, or oil pressures or temperatures and all that good stuff. So those two screens there actually, as well as your mileage, your odometer, and your gear selection. So that's really, really, really cool. It is a 10-speed. We're going to come onto the transmission in a second, but there's the gear selection there. You can cycle through your drive, reverse, your sport mode, all that good stuff. Talking more about the interior then of this Street Series and the upgrades, you will notice that the billet continues. So you've got billet for your AC controls. These have been designed in-house. Even your AC outlets, your vents here have all been finished in billet. Above that, because it's a street series, you automatically get the double din system. Now, if you wanted us to just do the retro sound single din system because you want a completely vintage aesthetic, we can do that. But as standard, you get this included upgrade. So it's an Alpine touchscreen, flush mounted here into the dash. And what that means is you've got things like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all of that good stuff. The reversing camera comes up in this screen too. So really like a modern system that you can throw things onto from your phone or from your Android, do all of that good stuff there. That's coupled to a Focal sound system, super premium sound system in these vehicles, especially because it's an enclosed cabin. When we launched these products, we actually brought Focal out here, or Focal came to see us, and they set all of our vehicles, not just the F-100, but all of our vehicles up with microphones and a fake head with microphones in its ears to perfectly balance the speaker system and the sound settings in these vehicles. And what that means is, especially in an enclosed cabin vehicle like this, you've got an absolutely killer sound system. It's not like a normal sound system that you would find in these Restomods. It's much more like a modern, super premium sound system out of maybe like an Audi and Mercedes or something like that, even better. Focal are actually used in Bentleys. And so it's just such a great sound system. So you can bang your tunes through there. To keep you cool, again, it's an enclosed cabin vehicle, so you do have the benefit of the AC is going to work really, really well in this truck, and that's thanks to Vintage. So this is a Vintage Air AC system. There's a small screen here that you can set your fan speed on, your temperature and things like that, hot and cold. And I can tell you, because we're here in Florida and I drive these vehicles all the time, these AC systems are very strong, they are very powerful, and they do really, really work. They do keep you cool. Another real question we have is, Tom, how good is that AC system really? Am I actually going to be able to drive the truck every day? Yes, the AC system really, really works. Below that, I want to point out this carpet. Again, because it's an enclosed cabin vehicle, you do have full carpet, and you've got carpet mats too. So there's a mat layer here, and then beneath that is a full custom trim carpet. Transmission tunnel is all finished in carpet, and it's a super, super premium carpet too. It's not cheap, it's really plush, really, really nice. I honestly feel a bit bad sitting in here with my boots on because it's so nice. But thankfully I've got the mats to protect the actual carpet below, so that's really gorgeous. Jumping back up, let's finish on touching these leather options, and we'll kind of go from top to bottom. The whole AC plano insert here has been covered in leather, so that's really, really nice. The leather goes all the way around the back, so the bits that you can't even see but that you can feel, all of that's wrapped in leather too. The dash pad's wrapped in leather. On the dash pad, I've got the billet for the AC vents into the windscreen. That's really nice. Above me, I've got sun visors finished in leather, and of course I've got a full leather headlining here too. So all of that comes together to just create this absolutely gorgeous interior. I love it. It feels retro, it feels a little bit modern. Again, with that Brittany Blue and Wimbledon White aesthetic, it's not super aggressive in here. It feels very light and airy, super comfortable driving position, just a really, really nice place to be, especially for extended periods of time like you can do in these enclosed cabin trucks. You could drive this thing for 3-4 hours straight, no problem. That's the interior. I think I've covered just about everything, but if I've missed something or you've got a question on it, please feel free to give us a shout. Let's go and take a look at the engine bay. All right, take a look at that engine bay. Of course, the first thing I want to talk about is the engine that we use. It's a Ford by Velocity, and that means by default, it gets the 3rd generation Coyote. It's a 5-litre V8 with about 460 horsepower. Tons of power, honestly more than you need, especially in a 2-wheel drive vehicle like this. If you don't know what you're doing, tell me, I can tell you from experience, these vehicles are fast and they will get away from you with this engine, especially 2-wheel drive lowered trucks like this. But anyway, brand new 5-litre V8, super powerful, super reliable. It can be serviced by any major Ford dealer, really anybody that you would trust to work on a vehicle like this. They can get straight into this engine bay. There is lots of space in this engine bay, much more space than there would be in our Bronco engine bay. And again, that just adds to all of the serviceability, really easy to look after, and a super reliable engine. Behind that, on this truck, we did the 10-speed, so the 10R80. It's a 10-speed automatic transmission, super quick to shift. It allows you to get through the gears and get quick, because let's be honest, if you're driving a truck like this, sometimes you are going to want to put your foot down, and that transmission will handle all that power very, very comfortably. Custom headers, we've got all sorts of custom fittings and fixtures around here too, just to make this look as OEM as possible. When you're done going fast and you want to slow down, you've got a full Hydro boosted Willwood braking system. So disc brakes all around the truck, really, really nice option. They give you lots of stopping power after you're done going quick. Underneath the vehicle is a full Roadster Shop chassis. This is not an original chassis that's been restored. It is a full falling coilover chassis by the guys at Roadster Shop. That means that this vehicle drives incredibly well. The guys in the shop like to use the phrase like a cat on carpet, and honestly, these trucks, the Mustangs with this chassis setup, they drive absolutely incredibly. So really, really good. Really good to go, really good around corners, really good to stop with your engine, your brakes, and the chassis. Absolutely amazing setup all around. Really, really modernized. Other aesthetic things to note on the engine bay: the Raptor lining, like we touched on in the bed, that's come through. You do have a painted firewall, and actually the underside of this hood too is all painted in Brittany Blue as well. So all in all, it comes really, really nicely together. Black for your hood hinges. These are made in billet too. They're really nice. Just a really, really gorgeous setup. That's the engine bay and the kind of more technical specifications of this F-100. All right, I think that covers just about everything on this F-100. This thing is gorgeous. If you like F-100s, if you like kind of lowered street trucks, but you want something that's got more of a kind of heritage style, this would be the truck for you. Brittany Blue on the top, Wimbledon White in the bottom, all of the normal brilliant things that come with our F-100s. And the great thing about this truck is it's in stock and in the showroom. And if you spend time on our website, you'll know that we always have a number of Broncos available, but we don't always have F-100s available. So this is one of the very few that we've got that's available immediately, ready to go home, ready to be driven away. It's had all of its normal checks done. It's fully prepped, ready to go. It's absolutely gorgeous. Delivery mileage, had 500 miles or so put on by the guys here in Test and Tune. Other than that, it's untouched, timed to go to its first owner. Absolutely stunning. If you've got any questions about this truck, if I've missed something, if you want to learn more, please do give us a call. You can click the link below this video. If you're already on the website, you can click contact us. If you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook, just send us a DM or a message or Messenger. We'll get straight back to you with answers. And of course, there's no harm in picking up the phone and giving us a call. That number is on the website, on our YouTube, on our Instagram too. So just give us a ring. Give me a ring. Come talk to me about this truck. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait for it to find a new owner and for it to go home. Thank you for watching this video.